What's up, guys? Welcome back to the TI7 European Qualifiers. Got the second stream going on right now, and we have another 3 games ahead of us. To start, we're going to have Penta going up against 4 Protect 5. I'm Mike Loris, going to be your caster for today. Saw Penta run into a couple of problems earlier in the first game of the day. But, yeah, 4 Protect 5, we'll see if they're able to put up some staunch resistance as well. I did not check their current scores. We got 4 Protect 5 with 1 and 3. Ugh. That's really not what you want. Whereas Penta are 1 and 2, which is also kind of not what you want. So, not fighting for top spot right now, but hey, it's still very early. Anything can happen. Every single win is important. You slack now, then well, you're probably going to regret it in a little bit. Just came off of a massive game, Singularity and Planet Dog in the last match. It's going to be up on YouTube somewhere, I'm sure. You guys better watch it because it was a good one. Spoilers, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to tell you who won. Go watch it. Come on. But Penta saw them earlier beat Alliance with this band right here, the Drow Ranger. So we're going to take that out for Protect 5, and we'll see what these picks are going to be. Big fan of the Penta first phase bands, Nyx and Night Stalker. I think Nyx is like ridiculous in this patch. Absolutely insane. 4P5, pick up the IO along with the Quap versus Penta, Sand King, Lina. Now they're just teams that pick up IO and there are teams that don't pick up IO. It's kind of a crapshoot. It's kind of just by a team-by-team basis. If you are going to pick up an IO, well, you don't really want to be playing up against the Sand King and Lina. That already is pretty bad. They're going to try to protect their IO as much as they can now, banning out the, well, I guess Drow Ranger for just damage value and 6 synergy with Lina, but also getting rid of that Disruptor. One of the best IO counters. With the Glimpse, with the Static Storm, it's pretty much everything that the Disruptor does craps on the IO. It's really not that fun. We see Penta respecting this IO quite a bit as well. Now we see IOs kind of go dual lanes, in mid lane and off lane. They could tri-lane in a very quiet scenario. You can really do a lot of things with this hero, but the hero itself doesn't do a lot. To make the hero do a lot, you pick up a dual lane that's aggressive. You go for the Bristleback IO, you go for the Legion Commander IO, you put them in the off lane, and you apply pressure. And obviously those aren't going to be happening. Those are really the big 2 that are able to do it. You can probably get away with like Ursa IO if you really want to. A couple of other those strength heroes. Axe IO is not too bad. CK, of course, is an old school one, but still works pretty well. That's if they want to go down that route, and of course that's entirely optional. 4P5 will grab the Rubik. It's just a solid lane support. You know, between a Rubik and an IO, they won't really have all the most early game power. They're just going to have to try to just rough their way through it and try to use the IO's mid-late game power. Try to bring them through this game, because Penta, they are gearing up for what could be a very aggressive early game. Ancient Apparition, along with a Sand King. It's another kind of old school combo. Very, very effective. You have a setup for your Cold Feet. You have heroes that are going to be able to apply the Chilling Touch damage hits. It gets really scary really quickly, that's for sure. And of course the Ancient Apparition Ice Blast, just really good up against the IO as far as canceling that heal from the tether is concerned. If you do that, makes the IO a lot weaker. And I don't think they're really going to be punished by this. If they're going to get into early game fights with a Rubik or an IO, they're not going to lose. As an Ancient Apparition, you're never going to lose those fights. So yeah, another AA game. Again, I love this hero, but I kind of think he's bad. He's very situational, let's put it like that. Great up against Alchemists and IOs and Omni Knights and Abaddons and stuff like that. If you know you're playing up against it, and at this point they do, then sure, go for it, but you don't always know that. So 4P5, what is the IO plan? Quap can go mid and do just fine versus the Lina. You can always dual lane mid with like an IO Tiny or something like that. We've been seeing much fewer IO partner games. Like teams mostly just run IO for the relocate, for the regeneration mostly. Not really for like those split push relocate ganks that we used to see way back when. And in that sense, like the CK and the Tiny and the Juggernaut, they're still solid, but they're not like a necessity at this state in Dota. I think it's mostly just a comfort pick. You know you're going up against a lot of magic damage. Juggernaut still seems like a reasonable hero to have for the safe lane. You get Rubik Jug, you have the Spin, which is incredible. The only downside is that there's healing wards counter on the Ancient Apparition. Ooh, Bat Rider.
Dire team pick.
That's interesting. IO Bat Rider is definitely a thing as well. It takes a little bit longer to get off the ground, but if you do have a Bat Rider with an abundance of movement speed, you can get some pretty easy kills on an off lane. Perhaps not on a Lifestealer. Lifestealer is probably the only hero you can't kill ever, along with the Jug and the Slark. But you can definitely kill an AA. You could definitely kill a Sand King. Those are very, very real possibilities because you have so much movement speed, and the enemies can't juke you because you have Firefly.
5 seconds.
For Protect 5, they have Initiation, they have Control, they just need some more damage right now. That is something that they're lacking. And Ursa is looking pretty strong here up against the Lifestealer. Jug's still okay, although I don't think it's probably the best one. Phantom Assassin, one time, please. Razor's going to be kicked out to try to protect that Lifestealer. And Penta, what is their offlane going to be? I'm assuming support Sand King at this point. They could still grab another support and have offlane Sand King. I don't really think it's the best idea. They could pick up a Venge, actually. Venge, Ancient Apparition as support, Sand King offlane, maybe even offensive tri-lane. That actually seems really broken.
5 seconds.
And then, oh, am I good or am I good, guys? Please tell me I'm good. And this also gives them a good answer versus the Bat Rider Lasso. I'm not sure if that's necessarily going to be how the lanes pan out. We could have... What else could we have?
10 seconds remaining.
Sand King, it seems like such a powerful tri-lane, though. Lifestealer is probably going to be fine up against that Bat Rider IO lane. It's going to be close. Not the best, but this does give them that great answer versus the Bat Rider, which they were lacking before.
5 seconds.
They have options. They definitely have quite a few options. And 4P5 will take the hit, except the fact that the Healing Ward is not going to be ridiculously powerful, at least as much so in some other games, and they'll just grab the... Go ahead and grab the Juggernaut. A solid pick with the IO. The magic community is going to be absolutely huge up against Penta. So you can't really blame them for going for that. I kind of like how Penta have ended up with their draft, though. They have a ton of stuns, a ton of damage. They have answers to the Bat Rider initiation. It does seem like they have pretty much all their bases covered. 4P5 will have to play very aggressively early on with this IO Bat Rider. Get this Juggernaut some farm, and then hope that the Queen of Pain just starts going off. Slash Strike is definitely a Queen of Pain veteran. So if you're trusting someone to play the Quap, then yeah, sure, give it to Slash Strike. He'll be doing just fine.
5 seconds remaining.
But Penta, they have such a well-balanced lineup right now. And it will be, Jabs, and yeah, so it will be an offlane, or I guess a position 3 Sand King with a support Venge AA, and then Lita Lifestealer in their lanes as well. It's not too late to swap, but it is still possible we see just Sand King in the offlane by himself, Venge AA as supports with the Lifestealer. It is a decent answer to have versus the Bat Rider IO, honestly. Like, they are very powerful together, but I'm not sure if they are powerful enough to battle through 3 heroes hitting you with Chilling Touch. Chilling Touch is... Oh, that's not the right overlay. I'm sorry, guys. Chilling Touch is just that crazy. Jeez. This Radiant team needs to get on their tower level game. Look at this. What is this casual stuff going on here? That's not right, man. Alright, we are in. Third game on the day. We have 4P5 on the Radiant. Going to give Slash Strike his Quap ETA Kaka. Etakaka on the Bat Rider. Dancing Dragon is going to be playing the IO on the Juggernaut. It is 5, so I guess he's the one who's going to be protected by the other 4, which kind of makes sense. And E-Skills is on the Rubric. On the other end, got DNZ on the Sand King, and Jabs is on the Ancient Apparition. Blazemon handling the Lina. I love the fact that Blazemon is playing a fire hero. Kind of cool. Skitter is on the Lifestealer, and who am I missing? Boogie. It's the Vengeful Spirit. Going towards bot, and it will be an offensive tri-lane. Now, I mentioned it, so clearly 4P5 know about it as well. It's not going to be a real surprise. They really do want to kill off supports as much as they can. with this type of tri-lane. I do think they have enough gas to kill off the Bat Rider as well. Definitely one of the tankier heroes, int heroes, but still, Chilling Touch with all this stun duration, it's so hard to survive that. Oh man, they're going deep also. Bat Rider is scared. It looks like he's going to give over the bounty rune. It's a good decision. Although it will be at a cost. Skitter up towards top lane has to give up his bounty rune as well. You will get a full read on this lane situation. But ultimately, rune split is normal. We'll see how these lanes are actually going to swap up at all. Are they going to... Boogie's being left down here. Are they actually going to give Boogie more? Oh wait, Boogie was the Sand King. They swapped it. Yeah, so it's an off-lane Vengeful Spirit core with a Sand King AA support crew. It's going to be really deadly for these supports of 4P5. Quap, I'm pretty sure, is tanking up to survive that, assuming she has a Blink level up, which she doesn't right now. Slash Strike. Needs that level 2 ASAP. Blazemon just trying to soften him up. They will see an Io, though, and Io's going to blow this whole thing. They still Burrow Strike, Slash Strike. They have Chilling Touch, and look at the damage just rack up. Even with the bottle charge, Slash Strike gets his face pushed in. The damage trade is pretty good for both sides. Another Burrow Strike, though. Onto the Io. Dragon Slave from a distance. One more shot will do it. There you go. Blazemon collects first blood from a distance. They pick off the Io. And Sand King with boots first is ready to tango. Up towards the top lane in the meantime, Lifestealer with the Rage. Pretty difficult to kill. You need to lift up and then start spinning immediately, which is really not what you want to be doing. Skitter now with jab support. Should be fine in this lane. Over in bottom, we have an interesting scenario. Boogie in the off lane solo Venge. Only really happening because of the fact that they saw the other lanes, so they know that they can get away with this. But Vengeful Spirit is not a hero that I would feel comfortable fielding up against Bat Rider and just saying, good luck, bro. Really does need some help, or needs to play very cautiously, which will eventually cost him in the golden experience. It is a ridiculously powerful hero to have with unlimited mana from the magic wand charges. And it's good to see that he has this item super early on. But he also has to be very careful, because if you do get chased down by a Bat Rider, you have to turn around to Magic Missile. And that takes a long time when you have 5 or 6 stacks of napalm on you. So Boogie has got to be playing things very carefully. Looks like they'll just make the full tri-lane rotation up towards top. Be okay with that. Blazemon going up against Slash Strike should be pretty much a wash of a lane. Definitely possible for these heroes to kill each other, but it is going to be very, very close if that happens. Denying the Observe Reward. Seems cheesy, but it actually does give a lot of income towards heroes that usually don't get anything. Where does the Sand King go? His boots first. On level 1. Opportunities are few and far between, honestly, for the Sand King. I mean, you are fast, so you can close in and stun a Rubik, but that only is if you are coming out of shadows from Fog of War. And this is the thing that's wrong with this bottom lane, is that Vengeful Spirit is not able to survive a Bat Rider. If Bat Rider decides that Vengeful Spirit is going to die, she's most likely going to die. It's just that easy. This is why I was like saying you got to have like a Sand King on this bottom lane, or a dual lane or something up against that Bat. You can't compete up against him with just that one hero. There are some heroes that can do it. Vengeful Spirit is not one of them. What the hell's this? What?
I'll take your treat.
We broke the game, guys. There's 2 Vengeful Spirits up here. You guys seeing this? Am I crazy? They swapped, so something happened, and there's 2 Vengeful Spirits now. That's actually hilarious. I don't want to press any buttons anymore just so it's there forever. 5. He is going to have a Burrow Strike in his future. Oh, never mind. It missed completely. They drag him back into the tower. DNZ will dodge a lot of that damage with Sandstorm. But Penta trying to be aggressive on top lane. Up against a Juggernaut. So difficult just because of that magic immunity. It really is just like a farm lane up towards top until an Omni Slash comes into play or a hero gets careless in a bad position. Until that happens, I don't really think anyone's going to die here. Blazemon, though, might be in some trouble. They do see the Bat Rider moving in. They do see the Haste Rune. They'll get pushed out of the wave, and this is actually some really valuable time for this Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirits are kind of okay with having low experience, low gold games. And Boogie at this point, able to get some pretty decent CS, despite dying by himself, which is never optimal. Still is able to play, at worst, support Vengeful Spirit. That's not that bad up against Bat Rider. At best, will be accelerated into like, you know, the levels of a core with the farm of a support, which is still fine for a Vengeful Spirit. Really, all they want is just her base skills to be up and for her to get swapped. Although Boogie now up against a Juggernaut as well. He's actually leading in levels, the Juggernaut, by quite a bit. Top lane not treating the Juggernaut all that well. Looks like the 4 that are supposed to be protecting 5 not doing their job, although we will go in deep for a wrap around Boogie. And they will catch him with the Haste Rune, and the spin, and the bump back. He's going to take a truckload of damage. 5 stick charges will not save him here. He will roast. Good rotation, but up towards top lane, Rubik in the meantime, left to his own devices, will get similarly jumped on. Will be brought down as well. So it's Rubik down for revenge. Good trade for 4P5. Getting the Juggernaut a little bit accelerated, getting Bat Rider still involved in the game. The Life Stealer of the Penta side still happily farming. The only real problem here is that there are no natural carriers of the Life Stealer bomb. You'll need a Blink Dagger on Sand King first, so it's going to take a while. Boogie spun one more time. This time, he doesn't have enough Napalm on him to be an instant kill. DNC will land a Burrow Strike. Magic Missile to Chain Stun, but the Healing Ward doing double duty thanks to the Tether. No chance they get that kill. This Bat Rider is a problem. And yeah, the Vengeful Spirit is level 6. There's also been not even an attempt to stop the Bat Rider. We're going to try now. This is the lane I thought it was going to happen because you have so much stun duration. You know, you don't even need all the stun duration. Just blast them with spells. That's good too. Burrow Strike, Magic Missile. Hit him, hit him, hit him. That works, I guess. Jug's going to leave, and this is what I thought Penta were going to try to do. Now, granted, the lane switching was, you know, not necessarily what they were expecting, I'm sure, but, ooh, whoa, Blazemon going to die. My apologies, guys. Lift up into a scream. Yeah, Lena is certainly gankable. DNZ and Jabs still on the hunt. They do have a lot of damage if they run into a Rubik or an Io. Anyone else, any core, I don't think they have enough DPS to bring them down. They need a third hero. They see E-Skill, but E-Skill sees them. So that's not going to work. Still Boogie, even though he has died. CS-wise, is doing pretty well for himself, honestly. Level 7 with Phase Boots. Venge in this position can do a surprisingly high amount of damage, despite only having 10 CS. Sand King doesn't get an icon in this game. Feels bad, man.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Boogie's just grinding down this lane. There's no one here, which is surprising. Bat Rider can't really do all that much up against 3 heroes. He is looking for some blood around the map, but I'm surprised that there's just like no attempt at defense here at all. Like, these 3 heroes can kill 1 hero very easily, but that's it. Like, they are out of gas at that point. 4P5 squad, they're gonna jump in towards Blazemon. Here comes the Tether, prompting 2 TPs, 1 TP, 0 TPs, never mind, up towards top lane. It's just Skitter and 5, 1v1ing. No one should be taking an edge on that. Oh, Blazemon! Well, it gets a shrine up because the Bat Rider's not paying attention. Does get stunned, though he does still have the lasso. Slash Strike gonna jump on in. Blazemon's gonna go straight for the IO. Gets the kill immediately. Skitter is here, but he needs more help right now. He needs something to invest to. Here is a pullback, and they will lift him up into his creep rave. No, There's no creeps here anyway. They're roasting to the Firefly. Double kill for the Batrider. Is going to cost them a tower on bottom. No one there to defend that. But picking off the Lina and Lifestealer is a big deal in exchange for just their IO. Thought someone else was going to show up. I mean, Venge and AA cancel their TPs here, so it could have only been the Sand King. Good timing for that, for sure. Despite being in Shrine, Lina just, yeah, again, is killable. Is Slash Strike killable here? Oh, no Invis Rune for Blazemon. You gotta deny it, though. You're up against Flop.
Money to burn.
So for Penta, I don't know, it does seem like they're just kind of wandering around without direction right now. You can see 4P5, they're just building up their Batrider. That's all they want to do, really. If they get this Juggernaut more farm, fine, but I mean, the Batrider is really just going to lock down the game for the next 10 minutes once he gets his Blink Dagger. Actually, Blink on Sand King doing very similar things. He's only level 5, but his Blink Dagger is so close to completion because he's played a rather quiet support Sand King game. Like, he's been involved in kills, but not really actively hunting for them. And because of that, he's been pretty farm dependent. Level 3 Sandstorm is pretty darn good at clearing creep waves, clearing jungle camps. So DNZ will have a mighty quick Blink Dagger, assuming the Sandstorm cooperates with him at all. Which it didn't, but he's fine. I'm pretty sure it's just locked up at this point. Boogie trying to build up his base kit, as is Blazemon. It's going to be a Bloodstone Lina game. Interesting. You do need that durability. That is quite nice. I've seen lots of Linas experiment with many different builds nowadays. Bloodstone is still fine. I mean, it's not like... Whoa, Bloodstone. That's so weird.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I was thinking, like, is there any value here to, like, a Yule Scepter first on Lina? It's pretty good up against Quap and Juggernaut. I guess you just get it just for the sustain, and well, hopefully this doesn't happen when you have Bloodstone, because he's going to get roasted. Boogie's instant teleportation in is going to be met with no response. 4P5, claim a free kill on Blaze. Showing off that Blink Dagger and the Batrider. The Sand King has his as well, so we'll see if he's able to do anything with this. DNZ is going to get a Lifestealer buddy in him. I don't really know if they can just kill off Slash Strike if they just Burrow Strike him. With the Magic Missile there, they probably can, but that requires a third hero. You really want to be able to do this with 2 heroes. Oh, swap back, and they blow everything on an illusion. Oh, no. That was not good. They show off the Blink Dagger, they use the swap, and they get Jack all. 4P5 just jebaited the hell out of them with that. And they are, yeah, almost ready to go for another lasso gank. This is looking real good for the Radiant team right now. Ooh, swap stolen by the Rubik. That's a nice one as well. 4P5 Io, level 6. He's got the relocate. And the Batrider's got lasso in 10. Penta are very, very easily picked off. Despite having Eventual Spirit, swap only being level 1. Not a great answer to a Batrider. It's probably one of the better answers that you're going to find, but it's still not going to keep you completely safe all the time. That's like level 2, level 3 swap.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Lina knows exactly who's around here. Do have vision. Slash Strike wants this tower. Juggernaut in the meantime, kind of doing his own thing. Net worth-wise, it's coming up Radiant, as the Dire are having difficulty finding their openings. Blazemon just needs to get that farm up. He needs to get that bulk. Skitter went no Hand of Midas build, just straight Armlet Deso. Penta still looking for this mid-game timing. Not really angling towards a late-game phase. I mean, they do have pretty powerful late game. That's only if Eventual Spirit gets the farm. It's only if the Lifestealer maintains his farm. Investing twice and so far getting 0 kills with no Midas in your pocket is certainly very costly. Gotta make sure to take these towers. And yeah, they will probably get this tier 2, but at a steep cost. Tier 1 is pretty much forfeit. Tier 1 top lane. No, they're going to jump in towards the the Rubik rather. He has a swap, can't use it. You get the pullback onto Skitter and the pause. Okay. Well, DNZ just left. He already got the kill, so whatever, man. The relocate comes in, though, and Sand King has very limited options in backup. When is Lina here? 0.3 seconds. This is a 3-man LSA right here. But DNZ, he has to Sandstorm. Is there True Sight? There is. So he has to Sandstorm and hope that Scream Sonic Wave doesn't instantly kill him. Lina can arrive in LSA, and that is, I'm sure, in 4P5's mind. There's a spin for that, which I think is going to be immediately used by 5. Dancing Dragon, the first thing he does is move to the south like this. And Slash Strike, oh, he's mid-blink, actually, so he just wants to get the hell out of here. They only lost the Rubik, so it's not a big deal. They can just leave. You can just run down with the IO, spin out with 5, and just accept the fact that you lost the Rubik. Here we go. Are they going to fight? Are they going to try to go for the Sand King? How greedy are they? Blink out, spin immediately from 5, spin onto 2 in fact. Dancing Dragon not able to disengage fast enough. Will lose his life to an unnecessary Laguna Blade. And that'll be 2 kills for the Penta side. Getting the Sand King some blood in his hands. Absolutely necessary if you're going to go for a Lifestealer build up without Midas to get those Infest Bombs. It takes a lot of time just looking for those kill opportunities. And if you're spending that time while not getting killed, not farming, it's so costly. This tower taking quite a bit of damage. DNZ, though, gonna blink in very far ahead of the rest of his squad. Is gonna get hit with the Burrow Strike. He's veiled up as well. Fade Bolt to zap. That was hopeful. If you have a Lifestealer with you, I think you can go and get away with that. But obviously he didn't. A little bit of a suicidal play there from the Sand King. Ends up costing them this tower push, not having that additional stun. The crackback is going to go the other way. This tower actually already in deny range. Not going to be happening there. This game is pretty much just like in DNZ's hands at this point. He needs to be able to find these openings. If Bat Rider gets initiation first, or if someone gets relocated upon, then Penta will struggle. And Sand King, again, if you have a Lifestealer here, you charge the Epicenter, you go for this, man. He doesn't. Bat Rider, Force Staff, on the way, and is actually pretty close to completion. Just needs that recipe. Oh, what are you doing here, Dancing Dragon? Oh, the Burrow Strike. Not fast enough compared to the Tether. Yeah, it wouldn't have done it much anyway, I don't think. If you Burrow Strike to break the Tether, that would have done it, with Boogie coming in with Lifestealer. But I think, yeah, I don't know. Tether's weird. Sometimes, I think you get Burrow Strike, you just still float away with the Tether. The IO just doesn't give a shit. He's just like, I'm gonna go. Seen weird stuff with those stuns. Yeah, 2 Vengeful's in net worth. Thankfully, they're both close in net worth, so it's like extra confusing. One's Sand King, one's Vengeful. I don't know what happened, guys. Something happened. They're gonna once again go for this tier 2. Top lane tier 1. Wasn't taken down before, but will be now. Penta really trying to play aggressively here. Pushing down this entirety of this bottom lane. Mid lane, kind of weak. Top lane, I would say untouched, half HP. 4P5 can absorb these losses because they're getting towers of their own across the map. Still farming in more lanes. Jug gone for S and Y. Quap. Veil's actually pretty nice here with their team. Bat Rider, Veil is insane. I mean, like, Veil is a good build-up for the spell lifesteal. I really feel like you can probably do better for like earlier items, unless your team can also use the Veil. And in this case, they definitely can. By the way, Penta, they are going to be the victim of a smoke gank. Lasso is up with 4 staff, and Penta are nowhere to be found. Just very defensively farming up. Bloodstone is up. Venge just looking to bulk up now. And Lifestealer, does he have anything else? No, there's just an armlet at this point. Slash Strike, Smoke. He's going to see Alina. That's pretty clearly an illusion because it's not doing anything. So they will know what's going on here. Smoke coming in from Penta. It will be 5 to receive it first. How fast is he with this spin? Needs to be quick. There it is. And Burrow Strike now stolen. And here comes the Batrider in the back end. He's going to grab the Lina, drag her over the cliff. Burrow Strike is there. Boogie immediately swaps her out. Boogie's still taking a lot of damage though from the Firefly. And will actually escape. Sonic Wave from over the cliff kills off the Lina in the end. They will focus down the Juggernaut with the Epicenter and take him down as well, though. Batrider does not have any more Firefly. E-skill will get picked off as the Queen of Pain, looking to reinitiate from the back, can't find a safe target to jump on. Will be a 2-for-1 exchange. 4P5. End up on the wrong end of a Lina Lasso. I mean, it is great to get the Lasso on the Lina with no swap. The problem was that they spend so much time dragging her that she doesn't actually take any damage. Like, she gets over here with full health, then she just gets swapped right back out. Like, the Juggernaut, no one was able to focus him down. The Queen of Pain wasn't in position. So Batrider definitely miscommunicating with the rest of his team. Or kind of misevaluating where the rest of his team was. Penta are going to claim a win there. It's a nice one for sure, but they should certainly do better. And this Juggernaut is not really the concern right now. His farm rate is not all that high. It's all about killing this Quap. That's the big value. And obviously Batrider, Quap, and Jug are all close to one another. And killing off the Juggernaut is still great. Penta losing their Lina is, yeah, I would say close to a wash. See Penta, they are still looking to just keep on pounding it in. Another smoke up, another Lifestealer bomb, and another target on potentially a Jug. Was spotted. He is free and clear though, right? Blink, Burrow Strike, blind. That's how you get the kill there. Now they're going to disperse. Or are they? Jabs is still here. 2 heroes teleported down towards bottom. Killing off Roche is not going to be fast enough for 4P5. Try to sneak it before the hero's bottom lane can get to Roche. I don't think that's viable. They don't see anyone up top. They see Alina LSA. That's about it. Yeah. Very careful game from both sides. This is a concern though. Life still needs to pop out soon. Infest bombing for kills is great, but you're not farming the entire time. And Lifestealer like doesn't really farm that fast anyway. That's why we see Midas so frequently picked up on the hero. So the fact that he's staying in the Sand King a long time is actively hurting him. Rubik has gone for 60 damage. Looks like he thinks that this game might be in jeopardy very early on. And gold per minute is solid. 60 damage is nothing to sneeze at either. Penta are really happy just camping out this bottom lane. Venge farm. You should have a hood coming, right? Oh, it's a 4-staff. Okay. Thought she was building a hood. 4-staff on Venge means that Batrider's Lasso so difficult now to actually stick. You just slide her way in, swap out. And this game is actually incredibly slow. This is really where, as a Lifestealer, you wish you had a Midas. I mean, that's clearly not their game plan. Penta are looking to get a nice advantage by this stage. Can't find it yet. They will set up for a kill onto 5, or at least try to. Dancing Dragon has a relocate out. He will have to channel it up, and he will yank out to safety. Is he frosted? He is. Is that lethal damage? Yes, it is. Oh my god, that was close. The Dancing Dragon is going to return into the hands of Lifestealer. There is something to tether to here. As if that's even necessary. He's dead as well. And Penta get a 2-for-1, a 3-for-1 as they also find Slash Strike on top lane. Just like that, 4P5, with this bottom lane already pushed so far in, are going to sustain some damage onto this tier 3 tower. There's still a swap here from Boogie. So these 4P5 heroes have got to play things a little bit cautiously. Skitter, his sustain is limited though. And his tower damage, while high, is not Desolator levels of high. So they will fall back for right now. This is what Penta want. They want to be always on the gank train. They want to be always dictating the pace of the game.
Invisibility.
And Lina, double invis. With an Ags on the way, actually. What is this? Travels? Okay. Ags is kind of nice here. Don't really see Ags all that often nowadays. I think you only, like, are required to get Ags. Like, the best time to get Ags is when you're up against a Jug or a Lifestealer. Or, like, any other Magic Immune hero. You need that pure damage hit. I don't think this is a necessity here. But it is very consistent with what they want to do. Which is just get kind of all in on the early game. They have themselves a lead. Should still be looking to take down these tier 2 towers. They're just camping bottom still. I do think this is probably not the best way for Penta to use their time. They are very strong enough to go for Roche. Not going for it just yet. In the meantime, for P5, E-skill, he does have a Rage, so pushing forward. I'm surprised that smoke didn't break. It looked like that was in range. 4P5 looking for something. Nothing to be found. Well, nothing yet. They may find a little bit too much. Smoke will still hold over this Observer Sentry combo. So there are no targets presented except for Slash Strike. He shows himself on bottom lane. And that could be pretty bad. They do not know that this smoke is incoming. If a Burrow Strike lands, that's just it. Slash Strike is going to blink straight into Boogie if he does blink that way. Get jebaited. Here comes the Ice Blast. It's not even going to land, I don't think. Did it land? It may have landed. Easy pick off on the Quap. Teleport now towards top lane. 5 is pushing this one, but Blazemon teleported behind this wall of trees. Boogie has a swap here. Oh, they tried to make the read. That was an attempted swap into LSA play. They still swap him back, and there's still an IO here to yank them both out. Batrider is here, is going to get the Omni Slash off onto Blazemon, and Blazemon will fall. Where's the rest of these Penta heroes? They're coming in eventually. They'll Missile Dragon and kill him off. E-skill, looking at a Rage TP out. He'll be just fine. Similarly, the Juggernaut will also Magic Immune himself and teleport out. And it's going to be a 2-for-1. Taking down the Lina there. Makes that Quap kill pretty much a wash. Ow. Oh, I have to fix the stream title. Fixed. Saved. Don't worry, guys. Lina is worth so much. Despite having all this Bloodstone charge, despite now being back, losing her, it just gives way too much cash over to a Jug and a Bat. They'll still go for Roche. Again, they can do this so very easily. Desolator, almost up. That is an item worth waiting for. In the time where they have to kind of freely roam the map with Aegis, or just get the kill on Batrider, that's good too. He's super dead. They will have enough gold to finish up the Desolator, especially since they take down a 6-kill spree Batrider. It's going to be some sweet cash for the Sand King. Already Blink Force with 2k in the bank. My god. DNZ's been farming. You can tell because I thought he was the Vengeance more farm. Oh, Slash Strike. Taking a lot of damage. Does blink out, but there's a Sand King on her tail. Not quite good enough. Sandstorm will do some damage, I guess. That's a haste rune quap. Can't catch up to that. Still take down the Bat Rider in the end.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Deny a
Dire's
tower.
bottom tower has been denied.
Not too bad at all. Yeah, right now they're just waiting for a Desolator. By that time, they'll have the Echo Deso. They'll have another Infest. They'll have tier 2 towers to take. Definitely an item worth waiting for.
Radiant's middle tower is under
For tier
attack.
3s, at least. I guess they can go for tier 2s. I mean, what's the worst that can happen versus the Lifestealer? Gets lassoed. Boogie has an answer to that.
Radiant's
And now a
middle
Hurricane
tower
Pike.
has fallen.
This Venge is actually incredibly fat. She's third on. She's fourth in the net worth chart, right? And seventh in the net worth chart. That's how farmed she is. Yo Venge is so fat she takes 2 spots on the net worth chart. Oh. It's too bad she's not like first and second. That would be classic. Uh-oh. Dancing Dragon. That is not what you want to see. Gets Burrow Struck. Ice Blast. Chill Effect is active. And actually there was another hero up here. I think it was the Jug. He just teleported out, so there's nothing to tether to. And they're not done. Over towards bottom lane. Surprise! Blazemon Infest Bomb. Lincoln Sphere, though, holds against the Laguna Blade. Keeps Slash Strike alive. Will not save E-Skill, though. Blazemon swapped out from Boogie. Will survive. And Slash Strike, Burrow Strike. It's gonna land. He's down.
Radiant's top
Not exactly super clean. But I think that was the Lincoln Sphere just recently picked up. So, you know, it's understandable. Blazemon ultimately lives. I think Shrine's up to a good amount of HP. It's going to be a couple of extra kills there for Penta. 3 across the map. This is like the textbook definition of a tempo draft. Get kill, get tower. Get kill, get tower. Repeat forever until you win. They're so good at doing both of those things. Due in no small part to the fact that the Sand King has just a ton of farm. And Boogie with the Hurricane Pike is also a significant damage dealer as well. Like, it doesn't look like she has a lot of really deadly items, but she's doing so much damage. Like, plus 85, already 142 is a ton. Uh-oh, 5. Oh, there's an LSA with his name on it. Never mind, it's not his name, it's someone else's name. Swap out, though. Forgot about that. 5 is going to get yanked out. There is an IO here. Guys, press F to pay respects for this IO. Hero who is going to so valiantly try to TP trick back to safety. You know, it happens, man. It's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. 9 to 18, though. Penta are running around without equals. And they'll go for another tower. This one pretty healthy, but not for long, because the Lifestealer does have the Deso, although he is parked in someone else, and they're going for a kill on 5. Laguna Blade is not pure, so it can't cut through the spin, but 5 is not actually getting away. He's going to split the Omni Slash, LSA, almost perfect, then gets Laguna to the dome. Here comes the Sonic Wave. No, instant suicide from Blazemon. Good foresight there. Skitter is left alone right now. He is very deadly, but DNZ is going to come in for the 2-man Burrow Strike. The Bat Rider's arriving, but way too slow to use Blink to get close here, and Skitter's going to skid himself down to the low ground and get the kill. Eul Scepter onto the DNZ Sand King will save him from the lasso for a couple of seconds here, as the BKB is forced out by the Bat Rider. Still Skitter's on his tail. DNZ ticking down to poison. Can't get the deny, but that's still fine, because top lane, Boogie is split pushing like a rat,
are fortified.
and Skitter still survives. It does cost them Blazemon one more time. They make the best out of a honestly pretty bad situation. Now Dancing Dragon, uh-oh, has no tether. There's a missile with his name on it. This time it's not going to miss. Boogie, Ohio, is going to be dominating Ohio. And Skitter, the Desolator, is going to put it to work. Only Bat, only Quap. Rubik is up. Jug will be up soon, but not soon enough. Blink out from Slash Strike. Something triggered his Lincolns. I think it was Cold Heat. Yeah. And just like that, Rax's fall. I mean, those racks died a lot faster than I thought. That's what happens, man. He's going to go for even more tower destruction than AC. Obviously, when that's up, Omni Slash will do a whole lot of nothing versus this Life Stealer. And already Iraq's an advantage 33 minutes in. Penta are looking good. Oh, here comes Blazemon. That's the second time that happened, bro. I mean, the first time I understand. The second time, really? You're just gonna throw a Laguna into a Lincoln's? They do catch the Juggernaut. Does he have a TP out? It doesn't look like it. He does actually, but he's just not. He will get yanked out by the IO instead. Once again, guys. IO. I believe he's not gonna try this time. Actually, he's just dead. Well, there he goes. And in the meantime, interesting things are happening. Boogie is going to hit with the lasso, but immediately dead because of Blazemon's DPS. Just right-click down with fireballs. DNZ, Sandstorm stolen. E-Skill does not like that. Shrine active again. Only 2 heroes to hold this. And I don't think it's in the cards, guys. Third hero is back. It's the co-op with the Sonic Wave. Skitter, he's just going to go to town onto 5. Look how much damage he's not taking from that Sonic Wave. That did jack all. 5 is dead. Slash Strike has to blink out. E-Skill has a Burrow Strike, but he can't even get it off. That's GG. As 4 protect 5, fail to protect their 5. Although that's not really why they lost. It did look really good for them with the Batrider. Although it did seem like they just weren't able to get enough of those Batrider ganks off. They couldn't buy enough space for the Jug. And ultimately, even though they had a Batrider, they were losing in the pickoff game. Just the Sand King was just way too much to compete with. The Blazemon, Lina, even though she died a couple times, still had that gank power. And that is going to put Penta into a slightly better bad spot in the current bracket. I think they've only won 2. Yeah, they've won 2, so they're 2-2, I think. Guys, this is going to be the end of Game 3. Game 4, Cool Beans versus Alliance. So Alliance versus Alliance should be exciting. It's going to be happening in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere, guys. I'm Mike Loris. It's been a pleasure casting these games for you guys. Again, Cool Beans versus Alliance will be happening very shortly.